Yeah, it's a way you can tell. 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 Let my grandma watch some of her old shows. She love Chuck Norris now, but it ain't many Chuck Norris stuff on mine. I don't watch them all. I need to see it though. My grandma loves Chuck Norris though, boy. But it's a way you can tell. Like in this sequence that I'm in right now, like you can tell a thief. Like I ain't even studied it. It just came to me a while ago. I don't even want to study it really. You can tell a thief as soon as you see him. It don't matter who that is, what kind of clothes they got on, no nothing. Cause everything tied in together, man. I honestly believe somebody, the blueprint to life was left to all of us, and somebody got rid of it. Cause it made it too easy to live life. I believe it's a blueprint to life. Cause we all woven together. And you just know, you know a thief when you see it. It's just something that he'll give off. I done forgot it already. That somebody in the Astro finna tell me. I said, I don't even want to know. It was gonna be so easy. I don't even want to know. Cause I kind of, at the moment, I kind of figuring out stuff is kind of a way for me to get through life. You know what I mean? If I just know stuff that if I already know, when they tell me that, it's gonna link me to other stuff that I'm already know the answer to that humans normally have to really sit down and figure out. And I'm like, oh, that's why somebody tried. I guess I'm guessing that's why if it was a blueprint like that, like that's why they got rid of it. But I wouldn't have got rid of it. But I wouldn't have got rid of it because if you know the blueprints to life, then you can move forward. We spend most of our life trying to figure out stuff. If it was a blueprint left here to where we didn't have to figure out that kind of stuff, we could move forward. It's like now we're trying to figure out all the stuff they hid from us. And we got to figure that out first before we can even move forward. So it's just time consuming. Anyway, I'm cooking me some breakfast. Blueberry muffin, bacon and cheese, egg and cheese. I take the yolk out though, cause Jesus be tripping, bro, about that cholesterol stuff. Like how y'all eject, y'all higher ancestors, how y'all eject y'all higher selves and y'all ancestors, certain ancestors do sex and drugs, alcohol and stuff like that. That's why when you see people in movies, they take one shot, two shots. That's a sign right there. You don't hardly ever hear them say 3, 4, 5 shots. And then if you do, the bartender will be like, okay, that's enough. Because after 1 to 2 shots, your answer, you start descending after that. Shit dope. Like literally by science of it. By the laws of gravity, bro. Like literally. I think a beer is different. I don't know about beers. But if it's alcohol, 1 shot, 2 shot, you out of here after that. 2 shots, you already getting your ass tore up. Warning, you getting tore apart. Remember now, when you start sinning too much, when you start going in the wrong direction, you start getting the itches. They tearing you apart over there, dog. They say insects. They call it insects itching. When you start just itching randomly and stuff, you probably attacking somebody you shouldn't be attacking or whatever. So they'll say, they ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna feel yourself itching. You know what I mean? Okay, you doing something wrong, or that, and over there they tearing you apart. Like if you attacking me, you shouldn't be attacking me. You could be sober and everything, ain't nothing on there. You ain't got nothing going on. You ain't mosquitoes ain't biting you or nothing. You just keep itching. You know what I'm saying? They tearing your ass apart. Yeah, it's tearing. They call it tearing apart, or they'll say insects biting or insect itching or something like that. uh, like I said, 1 or 2 shots of liquor, you start to descend. So that's how it is with me. When since I ain't doing all that, if I like, when I'm giving oil, if I'm thinking about anything besides that twin, I'm in trouble. And I mean that girl, she all the way across the world, probably got somebody, but we supposed to be together. They want that particular oil to run this giant over there, cause I'm afloat. That's why I told you I wasn't Jesus. Jesus my brother, my big brother. I'm a warrior. We giants over there. Somebody was drinking last night, a giant was drinking last night, you was slurring. You started slurring because you was drinking. We giants, bro. You try to put a giant in a vessel, they might come in here withered up or something, or they might have some kind of abnormality about them. You know, it could be mentally though. It might be some way you don't see it or notice it. When you try to stuff a huge giant in a little vessel, and a human, they might come here deformed a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all. It just means you a strong ass angel is inside of you. That's all that means. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. Like immediately I ask God, so that a giant. And what I mean by giant, not a giant on earth, but a giant over there. Right, that guard the gates and stuff. One of them giants. Like I said, it was a giant last night, started drinking. You upset, huh, Charlie? But you upset for a mama's girl. That's probably the mama's girl. And then again, it could be the other one. It's another one too. Gaia giant. You drink too, don't you? You better start drinking so I can't tell you what to do. But anyway, like for me, I descend and oh y'all girl, I think every last one of y'all, I'm sitting here thinking now, oh no, they said no. But anyway, yeah, cause one is a fairy. All y'all different though. All y'all different. But y'all, if you're a mistress to the giant, yeah, okay. If you're a mistress to the giant, even if you're a mistress to the giant, then you're a giant. Then you probably a giant. 9 times 10, you're a giant. But anyway, what was I finna say? I can't remember. I was talking about when I descend, the way I descend, I can't remember it all about it. Descension, slopes, and scrapes are all different. If they say you're going down a slope, then they gonna descend you. When you start descending, you might descend from the 80s bracket to the 70 bracket to the 60 bracket. In other words, ain't no 80 born in 80, none of that's the opposite. Everything the opposite, really. You coming from the 80s to the 60s. You descending, you was in the 80s, you was gonna die in the 80s. Now you finna die in the 70s. Now you finna die in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? If you keep descending and stuff like that. So it's just little stuff like that. What she say?